million acres were seen as essentially worthless, which is the reason that these particular lands, because you could have said at the time that the entire state was crown lands because it was a kingdom. When we put Western ideas of property and ownership into the equation, well, then it became somebody's land. They owned it. And so the 1.8 million acres essentially were seen as something that the merchant bankers didn't need. So the 1.8 million acres wasn't seen as worth anything. The 200,000 acres that Mr. Connie administers right now, again, we're seen as, well, we'll just give that to the Hawaiians. Nobody wants it. There's no water. There's no infrastructure. There's no anything. It's not useful to anybody who wants to make money out of it. So we'll give that to the native Hawaiians. Now, come to 2010. How would you like to have, Doc, 1.8 million acres of land in Hawaii today? How would you like to have 200,000 acres in additional land reserved for Hawaiians by congressional act? When we come down to it, when you get right down to the nitty-gritties of all of this has nothing to do with the Constitution. This has nothing to do with race. This has to do with assets, land and money. And when that 1.8 million acres wasn't yielding any money, when that 200,000 acres was out there and it didn't have any value to them, let me tell you, now you got 2 million acres of land in Hawaii. You got hundreds of millions of dollars in funds that are under the care of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs right now, which will go to this new entity, and you've got an income stream in the tens of millions of dollars coming from the lease arrangements on either the ceded lands or the Hawaiian homelands, so that you can build houses, you can put infrastructure in. Now, everybody's interested that they're not discriminated against. And what they mean is how can they get in on owning, controlling, maneuvering, and manipulating that 2 million acres of land, the hundreds of millions of dollars, and the tens of millions of dollars of income stream. I rest my case.
It's easy to stand on the side and criticize instead of joining in and putting yourself forward as a candidate and letting the people really decide who it is that's going to represent them. And they're on this stage right here, right now. We don't apologize to anybody who criticizes and doesn't participate. They have their opportunity. These people put themselves forward.
When activist Gene Tamashiro took the governor up on his challenge to participate. Here is the video from that moment.